Hey guys, it's Sheep Juice here, and welcome to a different video to most videos. May I just say this is going to be my first video in 2015. Even though I said I was going to put daily uploads, I understand I'm 15 days late, so I do want to apologize about that. But I will try and work on daily videos. It's just been exams. This week I've had most weeks I've had a lot of exams. I've been having English language, Welsh language, retaking physics and biology exams. It's been really hard, but I will try my best, and I promise you that. So let's go back to the point of the video. Now, this video will be mainly concentrating on the new Five Nights at Freddy's 3 game, which should be coming out soon due to all the hints we've been having. So the first clue is on scottgames.com, where there is this specific picture displaying an animatronic with the words "I'm still here." Now, first off, we need to understand what the "I'm still here" is trying to emphasize. Now, due to my amazing skills in Photoshop, if we increase the brightness, we can clearly see more of the evidence in the photo. Now, firstly, the 3 at the bottom. This, for obvious reasons, indicates that Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is confirmed. Now, the release date isn't confirmed yet, but if you want a brief overview of what the date can be, I highly suggest you go watch Cinnamon Toast Ken's video, which pretty much escalates all of the clues in both games and sums it all into a release date. Much wow. Anyway, so although Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is confirmed, one picture clearly isn't showing enough evidence. Or is it? Now, nobody besides Scott has any idea on what Five Nights at Freddy's 3 will be based on, but many predictions have been that it'll either be another prequel or when the Bite of 87 actually occurred. Now, if you don't know about the Bite of 87, comment down below if you want me to make a video on it. A brief overview of this bite is that a certain animatronic bit the frontal lobe of a victim's brain. So, back to the main point. As we look closely on the picture, we can see that the animatronic has a certain golden coat, which most of you can guess is, of course, Golden Freddy. But the other thing we can see is that there is blood coming out of the animatronic's mouth. And as the phone guys mentioned, parents complained that there was blood coming out of the eyes and mouths of the animatronics, which can possibly be the 5 children that went missing that have been stuffed into these suits. Now, this next point might sound really stupid, but it's only a prediction. If you look closely at the animatronic's mouth in this picture, there are some things that look similar to teeth. Now, I understand that the animatronics have built-in teeth, but in my opinion, I think these look more human, like vampire-looking fangs. Now, although it does sound stupid, once again, there is blood displayed in the mouth area. Now, this can mean 2 things. Firstly, the children being stuffed into the suits, or a hint on the Bite of 87. Now, Phone Guy did mention that one of the animatronics bit a person, and of course, you can only bite with your mouth. Duh. So, can this maybe give us a hint that Golden Freddy is a clue, or even a suspect for the Bite of 87? Or is Scott trying to imply something completely different? I really don't know at the moment, but as soon as more evidence is released, I will try my best to sum up some sort of conclusion. My conclusion at the moment is quite complicating. Now, maybe some of you are wondering who I think the Bite of 87 is, or who did the Bite of 87. And I'm not confirming anything that this is the actual biter, as you might say. But to be honest, I'm predicting either the Mangle or Freddy. Now, I will say why in my Bite of 87 video that will come out soon, since I have summarized a few points of my conclusions. But it doesn't end there, people. Not long ago, there were messages hidden in the HTML saying things such as "last one." Now, these might have meant that this will be the last game of Five Nights at Freddy's, or maybe that there's only one animatronic left, which of course could be Golden Freddy, as we've seen in the picture. But there's a new message that's appeared that says, "I remain." If you save this picture, it would be named FNAF3, which is also a confirmation that the 3rd game is in development. Breaking news! New clue has been found. Yeah, so while I was writing this script, Scott literally just uploaded a new clue with all the toy animatronics in some sort of box. Now, in the box, we also see one of the paper models that are made most probably by the children. Now, back in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, there would always be a paper model missing, with old Chica replacing it. Now, this was quite a rare incident, or could have been some sort of Easter egg. Now, the predictions were that Chica stole the paper, then later put it in your office. But if we increase the brightness again, we see the figure of an animatronic, which looks like, yep, you've guessed it, Golden Freddy. So of course my predictions are that it's not Chica that has been stealing the paper model and putting it into your office, but of course Golden Freddy. Now if you save the file, it says what can we use, which might mean that Scott or even Golden Freddy isn't sure which animatronic to use in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Now my official predictions now is that Golden Freddy has a big part in all of these shenanigans that has been happening in the pizzeria. And I'm starting to get things more clear. Now I was planning on saying this in another video, but since we're on the topic, I think it's a good time to talk about it. So on night 4 in the first game, we hear Phone Guy getting murdered by an animatronic. Most likely Freddy, since before the call ends, we hear a loud roar similar to Freddy's roar. But before the Phone Guy dies, he says,
"Oh, hey, wow, day 4, I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm going to try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no."
Now this can maybe mean that Golden Freddy might be the Phone Guy. I'm predicting that maybe you never went to the back room for a certain reason that might be shown in the third game, but due to the fact that you never went or some other reason, the Phone Guy is looking for you and maybe seeks revenge for something. That will also make sense to why Golden Freddy is by the box full of empty heads. Maybe Golden Freddy has control over all of the animatronics somehow, which implies on the name of what can we use, and that they have no skeletons in them, therefore they aren't able to control themselves. And since the voice of the Phone Guy is the developer of the game, Scott Cawthon, which obviously has control over the whole game, there could be a contrast between both. Just to clarify, this is a prediction. Now on to another piece of evidence, and this was close to when Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was confirmed. There have been many hidden messages again in the HTML of scottgames.com. Another message that is a crucial teaser is Five Nights at Freddy's 30 years later, only one. Now when he means 30 years later, does he mean from 1987? Because if he is, 1987 plus 30 equals 2017. Now is this a confirmation on the release date or when the game itself is based? Once again, it talks about only one. Now in my opinion, I still think that this is trying to imply that there is only one animatronic, which is of course Golden Freddy. Now does this mean that Golden Freddy will be the only animatronic in Five Nights at Freddy's 3? Comment down below your suggestions. So that's pretty much what I have for this video, but of course I will try and update you all with new news on Five Nights at Freddy's 3. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like so I know if you guys want to see more, and subscribe for more content on the hunt for Five Nights at Freddy's 3 clues. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.